live right now, but we'll go with it. Welcome, all my aliens, apes, and zombies. You know what? We have such a wild show tonight that we have Gus Adams himself with us, and he contacted me because, well, you know what? It better he tell the story than I, because this story is amazing. So, how about you take it away?
Great. Thank you. I appreciate you responding to me on Twitter and having me on your stream. I guess I was just starting to say I first heard about CryptoPunks through Twitter and Ethereum and chatter about cryptocurrencies and NFTs and all this kind of stuff. And it looks super interesting. And all of a sudden, I play daily fantasy sports. I don't play them very big. I play like $4 to $10 to maybe $15 a day, just fun. I have a full-time job and just do this on the side as pure speculation and fun, and hoping to get really lucky one day and win a big prize. And for the Masters golf tournament, I don't know how many people are familiar with the PGA and that, but the Masters is the biggest golf tournament of the year, basically. DraftKings, which is one of the daily sports services out there, had a $50 entry tournament. That first prize was a CryptoPunk that they had just purchased for 34 Ethereum.
No way.
Yep. So they bought it, and the prize value was 69,900 and something. Second place was $1,000. So there's 1,800 people or so in the thing, and a $50 entry. To be I went to a different auction where me and some friends get together live and bid on golfers, and you pay money for them, and if they finish well, you do okay. And I came home after drinking a few and said, you know what? I want a CryptoPunk. I've never seen anything like this before. I'd never entered more than $20 in a contest, and I entered $50 into this contest. And on the very last day, one of my friends, who is an incredibly lucky gambler, he actually won one of the WPT poker events one year for $500,000. And everybody in my circle knows him as the luckiest person ever. A couple hours before the end of the golf tournament, he texts me and goes, hey, you got a sweat going today? What are you gambling on? Oh, there's my MeBit that I printed out because I got a CryptoPunk. So my buddy texts me, he goes like, hey, what do you need? And I go like, I need these guys to do well and this and this. I'm in the top 5, and if I get first place, I get a CryptoPunk. I love elephants, by the way. And so he started texting me, and then we got into first place, and then all of a sudden, a golfer named Xander Schauffele, who's actually from San Diego, where I live, started doing really well, and I didn't have him in my lineup. And all of a sudden, I was back into 3rd, 4th place. And I told my friend, I'm like, hey, I've got no chance. I can't win this. And he goes, me and my girlfriend are going to put the juju on Xander. And then on the 16th hole, Xander hit it in the water, made triple bogey. And then all of a sudden, I was back in 1st place. Then it came up to the 18th hole, and I was winning again, and Jordan Spieth bogeyed. I was losing again, and Will Zalatoris had to make a 20-foot par putt. He made it. Then all I needed was Xander not to birdie the last hole. He hits it to 10 feet. He's got a 10-foot putt, and I come in 2nd place. If he misses, I win. And he missed it on the left side by about 2 inches, and I won the CryptoPunk and went ballistic by myself in my apartment, dancing around and just being crazy.
You must have been pumped. You must have been yelling at that TV, doing the Frank the Tank, doing the arm, boom, 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 yeah, screaming.
I was just like, I was like this, watching that final putt, going like, I cannot believe the difference between 1st and 2nd place. 2nd place is only $1,000. Usually, like, if 1st place is 70, 2nd place might be 30 or something decent. 2nd place was just like, oh my God. Okay, I won $1,000, all right. But 1st place was, CryptoPunk 1871. I look it up afterward. There's a article on Google. You can Google it and you can read the article that DraftKings put out about they picked this CryptoPunk because it matches them. It has a sweatband and an athletic look along with a wry smile. And that's what they say in the article, and that's why they picked this particular CryptoPunk to put up as first prize in this contest that I miraculously won.
I remember maybe not that particular CryptoPunk, but I put a tweet out there for Mark Cuban to get his own basketball team, and I put all the CryptoPunks with the headbands, and they all each one had a different, and all of them were for sale at the time. And pretty soon after that, someone bought 6 of them, and bam, they were gone.
That's awesome. If you give me like.
So if you want to give me like here it is. We're gonna break it down because we're having some traction here. We're having a couple followers. So all right, I'm here with CryptoPunk winner. All right, winner. All right. So first, did you have a MetaMask wallet?
I did not.
So all right. So for you to claim your prize, first you had to set up a MetaMask wallet.
Oh my God, no! It was like 2 days later, and in the DraftKings app, I look and they go, and I'm going like, I haven't won my prize. I haven't won anything. So I text or I email him, and then I ask the guy on Twitter, and he goes like, well, somebody will get to you in a day or two. I'm like, I want my CryptoPunk now. What's going on? Am I going to get it? Are you guys cheating me? What's going on? And then a guy contacts me and then goes, well, you got to have a MetaMask wallet. Or no, they said, first of all, they said, you got a ticket in the lobby. And I go and I got a ticket and it says, you have one ticket for a CryptoPunk. This can be used to enter any contest. And I'm like, I don't want to enter any contest. I won the contest. So finally somebody got back to me like 2 days later and goes, yeah, just send me your MetaMask wallet and I'll get it to you. And I had no idea what a MetaMask wallet was. And then he goes, also read the fine print. And the fine print goes, if the wallet address is incorrect, please know that there will be no responsibility on our part if the asset is lost. And so I'm just sitting there going like, I'm going to email this guy like a 28 or 30 digit wallet address that I just created 2 hours ago, and I have no idea what I'm doing. And hopefully it'll come. That's the article that talks about me winning the contest that they're putting on. And I'm like, I'm just so scared, and I do it, and then I pull up my MetaMask, and my little buddy, my little CryptoPunk is in my wallet, and
yeah,
I'm all satisfied, awesome. and I'm warm inside.
That's a great story. All right, so this literally like changed your life. I mean, that's like parking a really nice car right in a wallet, right? It is.
It is like it's a year to 2 years of my life's work in 1 minute. It's accelerates all your net worth. I don't know. It literally has given me more
hope. It accelerates your hope. It accelerates your network, your hope. Take a minute. Take some water there. You're getting a little sentimental. It's great because you know what? This same thing happened with me. I was lucky. I'm not an OG. I did not get in on the initial drop. I spent money almost a year ago to the date. It was actually in April to get my CryptoPunks. And what I did was able to work with the CryptoPunk community as far as the Discord, and they showed me the tricks of the trade. I was the same way. I was so green. I did not know what a MetaMask wallet was. I didn't know anything. And then I bought my first one right here, 2080.
Oh,
and I bought that one so cool. in April. And let's make the screen a little bit different here. And I got it for, you see it right there. I got it for 1 Ethereum. And back then, Ethereum was $196. So you want to talk about life-changing? Brother, I'm in the same boat, I mean, that's
the guys I follow for daily fantasy sports advice, they were some of the original adopters of this, and that's kind of how DraftKings got aware of it. is they're the guys that, like, you know, the NBA came out with a Top Shot digital NFT trading cards, and they're like, here's a reason I paid $10,000 for a video of LeBron doing a dunk that you can see anytime, but I own the rights to it. And then, you know, a year later or 6 months later, it's selling for $500,000. And I missed out, like, you know, you got in there at $190 or whatever. That's amazing. But I missed out on all that. And I'm like, I don't have, you know, $60,000 or $70,000 lying around to try to buy a CryptoPunk. And so I'm like, I got $50. Let me take a shot at this. And it just, yeah. And I played daily fantasy sports for 3 years, maybe 300 days a year, just kind of as a $4 or $10 daily fun sort of thing to do. And I have never won anything anywhere near this. And it was cool.
It comes with all the sidekicks on it as well. I mean, you all of a sudden on Monday, you know, let's take a look at it. I forgot what it was. Your Meebit.
Yeah, 10,080. I
mean,
and he kind of looks like me, except I don't have the if I put a mop on and some glasses and strung a chain, that would be me.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what makes the NFT community fun. You get this gamified stuff. You get stuff layered on top of it. All of a sudden, you're using your wallets and a little bit of gas to, you know, unlock these different features. You get invited into, you know, pretty nice communities, because what artists are trying to do is they're trying to bring in CryptoPunk owners, because a lot of them, which are called OGs from the original, they've been in this game long enough where they have developed other successful NFTs and successful launches. So they're trying to, you know, branch out to them as best as they can through their work. And I think it's great because it's creating, you know, another economy, for say, underneath CryptoPunks. And then all of a sudden we get the Meebits coming out, and then the Meebits are coming out pretty much unannounced, launched, and instant success. I mean, it's just brilliant, and it changes lives. I mean, that's just like you're saying, it's a little bit of more NFT equity diversified within your portfolio for free.
I mean, a little bit of gas fees, but whatever. And mine was 10080, and like 100, I think 71 maybe was like one of the $1 million Meebits that was like maybe the Dissected or one of the aliens or something. It was, or a double pig, or it was one that was incredible. And I was like, you know, I got basically a free lottery ticket at a huge, you know, that would have been, you know, this one is like not life-changing, and then I can retire and pursue a career of helping elephants for the rest of my life. But it like has given me just confidence to go out and like do stuff and like have this security blanket almost. It's wonderful. I don't know. And I appreciate the community too. You know, this is basically my first foray into chatting or having conversations with someone in the community. And, you know, like this other shoe project coming up. And I would like to bring something to show you. Can you give me like 45 seconds? I'll run upstairs and come right back.
Yeah, you can take as much time as you want. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to run. Take walk. All right. So what we're doing here is I got just contacted like, I don't know, an hour or two ago by Gus Adams here. And he was asking actually about the sneaker drop. And he came on and just had this amazing story. And it was just crazy. And I'm just like, you want to come on and talk at live action? So that's what's happening. It's live action right now. I haven't scrolled down and looked at chat at all. Yeah, video. This is pretty epic right here. Let me see here. I guess. Hey VG, I'm gonna send you. I might as well just invite you on. Might as well just chat with us and have some fun. So let me see here. Check your. what I'm doing right now for the other people watching, I'm sending a link out to a friend, Video Game Freak, to see if he wants to join the stream. So yeah, Gus Adams won this in a. He's back. So
Can
let's into the stage.
Can you zoom out on my?
No way. That's pretty dope.
This is literally the first time I put this on. My buddy in San Diego's a mogul designer, a logo designer.
Yeah.
And he made them. And I bought like 20 shirts and 3 hoodies from him. And he shipped me some because I'm visiting my parents in North Carolina because I just finally got vaccinated. And I got a bunch of shirts to give out to all my friends. And I just literally got the box the other day and I hadn't even opened up and put them on yet.
That is awesome. You know what? And to tell you, I have a little secret. I'm going to be having a bunch of hoodies and possible apparel coming hopefully soon because I'm all about it. I'm aping in. I enjoy it. So what we're going to do is later on, once these hoodies and all these other great things come in, is I'm going to send you one on the house because it's just cool stuff. And you know what the cool thing about it? There's going to be some really wicked NFT wearable goods on it. Like you're gonna wear it. You're gonna use your phone. It's gonna be an AR filter. Who knows? Maybe this Crypto Novo 311 face will be popping out somewhere soon on some clothes. So you know I'm excited for it. I think it'd be great. You know, down in Argentina, Santi 312. Yeah, I'll send you one out there for sure. You'll see it. It's gonna be great. You know.
Yeah.
All right, so. We were talking shoes, but when you left, all right, we're talking apparel now. Well, all right, we'll start shooting talking apparel. So this would be
nice segue.
Perfect segue. All right. On to the shoes. All right. Forged sneakers. So that's why you contacted me before asking about them. And you know what? I didn't know anything about it. I'm a 9-to-5er, just like you. I ran home and was seeing what it was all about. And there is a charge to them, and the charge is in Ethereum. So right down here on the bottom. And the Ethereum charge, as you can see, I'm not on the website, which I should be. Maybe this is it. You know, what you get with it as well. I should probably bring out the other screen here. Let me do this a little bit different. I'll grab this, toss it in there. And, you know, what you're getting with it, and I think it's great. I think it's a great project. It's for everyone's price point. Me, myself, like a lot of people approach me like I'm a whale. I'm more of a collector. The things I collect are pretty much based around my CryptoPunk. So what I wanted to do is just, I don't know, build equity around my CryptoPunk by kind of showing it off. And by that means, you know, maybe help sell some of my other CryptoPunks, which eventually I'm going to have to sell just to make ends meet. I mean, that's just the reality of life. But the problem I'm coming into is I'm collecting and collecting and collecting, and I'm not selling. So, you know, that's the old problem.
Yeah.
So right here, it says, what do you get with your punk? All right. You get with your punk a 1-of-1 sneaker. All right. Of your particular punk. And let's face it, you have a pretty rad punk. I mean, this is pretty sweet. And
why? Yeah, I'm curious, like, what makes this particular punk good? Because I see its value is over like a base punk, and I don't know why. Is it because it's a lack of attributes, or the clean look, or?
Correct. All right. So one or two things here is hey, Video Game Freak, what's up, my man? All right.
Yeah,
so you've seen what's going on. I'll let you interject in a second, but you know, we're talking some CryptoPunk analysis live action right now, and that's my forte. So I got to take it away. One, you're correct. This is a clean look. First, you just have the straight up headband and a smile, which is really good look. All right. Smile. That's a highly seeked after attribute trait within the CryptoPunk community and on the Discord. I mean, it's just a happy face. You see it It's hard to see it when they have beards, so it's actually a hidden trait that is overlooked a lot, but it's a trait that just really accents almost any CryptoPunk, that it is, and it's only seen in the males. There's no females that have a smile, which a lot of people did not know. Way down the attribute classes. Another thing that is great about it is just the fact that you won this. This is a crazy story. I mean, that is absolutely nuts. When I look at this, I think of, you were speaking about before, like NBA Top Shots. I think of athletes. I think of athletes that have lots of money, soccer players, tennis players, basketball players, anyone that wears a headband, that sweats, football players, quarterbacks, anything, former coaches. I believe there is a former coach. I have him saved somewhere. I think he is maybe Washington's coach that he did buy a CryptoPunk, and then obviously Mark Cuban won one in the Pranksy draw, punk draw. So to see a punk like this, it's going to be a matter of time before some serious athlete's going to want to ape in and buy this thing. But not to mention, even if you don't purchase it, I mean, it's going to come with some of its own sick shoes. Yeah. And there's going to be people out there that are just straight up shoe collectors that might just buy it for the shoe content to get the NFT out of it. And
just get it at a size 10, 10 and a half, and never touch it.
Yeah, the crypto face on the tongue is the piece de resistance or whatever. It's like, that's the chef's kiss right there.
Well, and so maybe something you hadn't seen, the design, the kind of like almost rug, like artifact design there is a like compilation of the punks. Like, can you zoom in on that, Novo?
I don't think I have the capabilities.
So I know on Twitter they've got some close-ups, but all of that sort of design of the body of the shoe is actually the punk fractaled into the design. So like the whole design of the shoe is not only based on the CryptoPunk. There you go. But yeah, so it's literally a fractal of the punk itself making up that sort of mural.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah, that's actually how I, what I call you, Crypto Novo. That's how I actually contacted him on Twitter's, because I saw like a 1.5-minute video he had of showing the minting of one. I was like, I didn't know if the studio could give me a unbiased opinion, or if they were probably too busy to even answer questions. And I like just threw out a DM and said, hey, if I'm not being too intrusive, would you mind answering a few questions? He's like, hell yeah, let's get on a video and start chatting. And I was like, okay, sounds good.
Well, and such a freaking killer story, man. Like I was in chat before Novo sent me the invite. I was like freaking out for you, because that's just I had seen. Like, I'm not a gambler at all. I had seen the announcement, and I almost dropped on it myself, even not as a gambler, because like I was freaking out that like DraftKings would even put up a CryptoPunk as a reward.
Yeah, and if I hadn't been drinking and came home and it was just like, you know what? I'm like, fuck it, put $50 in. I'm going to go for this thing. I want a CryptoPunk. And this is the only way. I can't afford one, so this is what I got to do to get one.
Well, and so like I'm kind of curious on your end. You had mentioned, yes, definitely life-changing, capital-wise, financially, but on the social capital side, like, what's your Twitter game like now that you have a CryptoPunk as your avatar?
Not much, really. I just I've had a few punks follow me, and I've had a few, obviously, people that are trying to market on the CryptoPunk movement, and just sort of liking all my tweets and that kind of stuff. But not a lot of people. I'm more of an observer on Twitter. Just kind of active to watch news and this kind of stuff. I've posted some political stuff in the past, but I've realized at some point that nobody's ever going to change their political leanings one way or the other. So mostly I just like posting cool stuff about elephants or animals, that kind of stuff, or something that I feel like maybe can help like somebody see some perspective on something or another. But then all of a sudden I won the crypto, and I'm like, obviously I changed my Twitter profile picture within an hour of winning the thing. And I'm like, I wanted to make sure there's no stat corrections and they didn't change the standings, because I literally won by a half a point. After 4 days of golf with 6 golfers, I needed the last golfer on the course to miss a 10-foot putt, and he missed by like
came down to the last putt.
The guy that won it I had, and he had like a 2-footer, but the last putt that mattered was a guy that ended up tied for 5th place. And if he made that putt, he would have gotten birdie points, and one of the teams behind me would have beat me. And he missed it by about 2 inches on the left-hand side. And I love the guy. He's a great putter, and he was already. It was just amazing. I still can't believe it. So.
Well, and then to have a 4 or 5 figure airdrop of a Meebit, kind of follow that right up, like it's just such a killer. The serendipity of the whole story is so cool. Yeah. And even if you haven't seen some of the Twitter action just yet, trust me, it's headed your way with that CryptoPunk as your avatar.
Well, I did have one daily fantasy guy that I've probably followed for 3 or 4 years, and he puts out articles about, pick this football player this week because he's going to have a big game, or here's a basketball player. And, I kind of follow a bunch of people like that. And as soon as I won, he, messaged me on Twitter and go, hey, I'll give you some cash. I'll give you I have a bunch of NBA Top Shot cards. I'll give you some Zed horses. I'll give you like this and this. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just going to hold it. I'm going to see what happens, because I have enough money to live on. I'm not rich or anything. And I'm like, if I had this money in my hand, I would probably just reinvest it into something else. And I feel like this investment is as good as anything out there. And I like being a part of the community.
That's what I'm all about. I think I call this my stable coin at times. I think, you hold on to that CryptoPunk, and the Ethereum fluctuates, but when that floor CryptoPunk keeps going up and up and up, steadily. It seemed like I got crushed today, just like anything else. But just sitting on it, you don't have to really worry about too much. And at the end of the day, it's something cool to look at. But then again, I'm in a totally different position than anyone else, and I believe you are too, because we don't have a lot of skin in the game. That we're extremely fortunate on it. However, at the time, and when I was buying that Ethereum, that was a lot of money to me. That was like a serious chunk of my paycheck. And actually the reality of it is when I live in Chicago, and man, I got the craziest Chicago Bears story. Anyhow, I have a Chicago Bears story I'll save for another day. But I'm a season ticket holder, and he has a connection with the McCaskies. Just luckily, just me being a nice guy and reaching out to the McCaskies.
Go Justin Fields.
Yeah, right on. And through the Bears not having a season last year, I got refunded my money for my season tickets. I spent it on Ethereum. I did my research and I went on CryptoPunks. And
wow, awesome.
Where I'm at today. That season ticket price tag, I had to pay this year, and I didn't really sell any punks. My crypto people think I'm a huge whale, and I go, I don't really sell that much.
With those sunglasses, you look like a whale.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a good look, but it's really and a lot of that I made through there. I've made 3 Ethereum throughout all of it.
I was going to say, you have the equity. You don't have the Ethereum to show for it.
Yes, correct. So, I got a lot of stake at this, but I'm enjoying it. I am actually self-promoting it for the fact that I need these things to do well, because this is what my largest asset out of, my house, which pretty much the bank owns. So Maybe that will change, but I mean, these will slowly get sold off whenever it's prime and it's time for them. I'm trying to hold them for at least a year just for capital gains taxes. Just be wise for me. And, but on the same token, I'm so attached to them now. I say I'm going to sell them, but I probably won't.
Well, yeah, I'm not looking. I did a 1099 for $70,000. I'm not looking forward to either. So,
ouch. Yeah, those winnings taxes, right?
Yeah. But the good news is that if like God forbid the value went to zero, I could take the capital gains loss. So it's just like owning a stock, really.
Well, and something to kind of keep in mind, like you were talking about what sets your CryptoPunk apart from others. There's sort of like two camps there of do you go for rare attributes or do you go for aesthetics? And yours definitely has the aesthetics on top of the sly smile. And so having that super clean look on top of a desirable trait and the sports story to back a sports sort of punk is it's the perfect combo.
Thank you.
Even just the story alone, and it's tied to the DraftKings betting. I can't even think of the word right now, but
that's what I when I did it, I went NFTs are here and CryptoPunks are the first NFTs, and I would have to imagine that the first CryptoPunk that was ever offered as a contest win was this one. And somehow out of all the people in the world, it turned out to be me. So I still pinch myself on days, and I do check the value estimator way too often, but
Well, and even then, even if you just decide to hold it, I mean, you figure I think by now CryptoPunks have pretty much firmly established themselves as sort of the rookie cards of NFTs.
Yes.
And when you look at it, in relation to Ethereum, punks have outperformed even Ethereum. And so when you look at the price floor and the growth over time, there's 7 billion people in the world. 90+% of them have maybe never even heard of CryptoPunks yet. So when you factor in that, most of the richest people in the world don't even know what a CryptoPunk is yet. The 10,000 CryptoPunks available, minus, however many have been either burned or lost, lost wallets, that kind of stuff. It's the longer you hold it, it's only going to appreciate. I can't see anything but appreciation when it comes to CryptoPunks.
And so how do you protect it? I was thinking to take my current phone where I use my fingerprint identification to open my MetaMask and just sticking that in a safety deposit box.
If you're going to go that route, I would highly suggest two-factor authentication. First of all, that should be a no-brainer.
Yeah, of course.
And then if you want to go the route of actually storing it, in a safety deposit box somewhere, get a hardware wallet. There are a couple different ones out there, but a real hardware wallet is the way to go. Not like a USB drive or any of that nonsense, an actual crypto-backed, blockchain hardware wallet.
Right. See, these are the things I don't even know because I'm, I just got lucky on a sports contest. And
that's you're asking all the right questions, though. There's a difference between naivety and ignorance. So kudos to you there.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm not stupid. I'm just ignorant of the processes and stuff.
Green.
So.
You're a little green, but it's okay.
Green. Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's what we do. And you know what? I was green too. And then I had the CryptoPunk OGs, Tony Herrera and, just a whole bunch that just pulled me underneath their wings, Snowfro, and just, helped me along the way. I mean, I was even looking back on Discord, and I had a message from Matt Hall 2000, one of the developers from CryptoPunks. And he's like, sure you don't want to buy an autoglyph? And it was at the time, and it was 2.5 Ethereum, and I think Ethereum was $200, so it was like $750, and I'm like, no, like I want another punk. I don't know much about autoglyphs, like, and I didn't really know like he was actually trying to help me out, like, hey, you better buy some of this. He wasn't trying to shill it to me. He was just like, hey, you better buy some of this, and it was just I don't know.
I don't think anybody could have seen like the growth that maybe Matt and them had some idea, that it would take off at some point, but I mean, I doubt they would have even guessed that the autoglyph floor would be what it is, or that the punk floor would be what it is, right now. And I think that COVID definitely had a factor in that, and pushing everyone towards crypto and blockchain and Web 3.0. It definitely accelerated that whole kind of transition to boost it to what it is today. But I don't think anybody could have seen that it would skyrocket the way that it has.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that also came with the communication. I mean, like for me personally, I was never into Zoom communicating, AR filters, anything like that. And then all of a sudden you have a little bit of, I want to say spare time, but a computer time, FaceTime. And then you're able to communicate with someone real quick, where the exact, for instance of that is hopping in with just communicating with Gus here a couple hours ago and just coming on and telling the story. And then the story was just so amazing. I'm like, all right, let's just bring this over to live, because I would like to record it anyways, but he's perfectly comfortable talking live action. That's kind of what it is talking about it, how to go through it. What we're going to do now is, maybe the segue back to, the apparel and the shoes. So when I did it yesterday and I went through the shoe process, let's see here. You connect your wallet to it, and there's no charge or anything to that. It's like signing a contract saying that, you're allowing the wallets to connect to their project and whatever disclaimers are pretty much, within there. Then once you get in there, then your punks or your punk will appear on the side there. And then when you click on it, the page, I think it's exactly like this, shows up. So then it's on the left, it says the sneaker, and then it says, the Ethereum 1.0, and then underneath it will be, just like a purchase price, where it will, then go over to your wallet.
Had you actually generated your shoe yet?
No.
Go for it.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's how I started this conversation, is because I DM'd Novo saying, hey, I have some questions about this whole shoe project. It looks super cool, but there's a lot of stuff I don't understand here. Like, am I giving up some kind of rights to them being able to use my image, or what am I getting for this? Am I paying something that I have to be paying something? How is the studio making money off of this? Because sure, they're doing it to promote the brand and to get a project out there, but there's got to be some kind of, payment for their time and resources and effort. So I just wanted to know more about how the whole thing worked. And he immediately invited me to a Zoom chat, and we just continued into the stream and just been learning and talking and chatting as we go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of times with all of this work, I mean, the actual stuff that they're selling is not exactly a CryptoPunk. They're using their faces here as images, but I mean, it's their own shoes, their own filter, which came out with it. And, it's just all based on the CryptoPunks. So,
so essentially, I was going to say, I apologize if I'm butchering your name. Esto is in the chat, and he touched on it. But essentially, you're paying 1 Ethereum for a one-of-one custom sneaker, the digital file, so that you can actually rock those sneakers in the metaverse as well, if you so choose, as well as the NFT of those shoes and the custom generated kind of 3D CryptoPunk that comes along with it. So there are some airdrops that I know a couple of the guys over at Artifact, and I know that some of those airdrops, like the shoes and the heads, are currently in process of being minted. to be dropped into the owner's wallets. But by generating it, it's not costing you anything to generate it. To connect your wallet and generate your sneaker costs you nothing. It's only if you want to purchase the NFT and get the one-of-one physical shoes and the Vox files so that you can take it into the metaverse that will cost you 1 Ethereum.
Got you. So how does the project, I mean, they only make money off, they're only going to make 1 Ethereum per minting. They're not going to have any access to making more money by promoting these or doing anything else, or how do they make more money, or do they?
Well, with this drop in particular, I think that's it. I think it's the 1 Ethereum per sneaker, and as many punks as are available out there to claim them. But when you think about that, in monetary terms, if even 1,000 of the 10,000 claim it, that's 1,000 Ethereum at the going rate for Ethereum right now is, I think, $4,000 or so.
Right.
So you're talking about, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on the low end for this project. And obviously they are self-invested because most of them own CryptoPunks as well.
Are you running through the number? Are all these ones that have minted? These
are the number of total CryptoPunk owners right now. So let's say everyone gets. No, there is a page for it in there. So you're looking at, man, when we did it with Pranksy, it was just over 1,800. We're at 2,280 total CryptoPunk wallets. There's probably 10 or 20% of those that are just probably 10% of those that are just dead wallets. But I mean, yeah, if you take one, if each CryptoPunk owner just got one of them, that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I mean, and I think they're just more firmly establishing that they are a driving force in this space. I mean, Chris and the guys that did this 3D development work, and obviously a lot of back-end coding to generate each of these, based on the custom attributes, all of the sneakers, pulling those colorways off of the avatars and the CryptoPunks themselves. There's some that they even mentioned, had some like that one right there with the bandana. It's pulling that yellow lightning bolt off of the earring. So like down to the smallest attributes, like for the cigarette smokers, you can see where like it pulls the color of the ash off the cigarette into the sneaker. Like there's such cool little Easter eggs all over the place that just really show that they put a lot of work and attention to detail into this. And shout out Samzy. He helped do some of the kind of the coding for the website and stuff like that for the project. He's even got an Easter egg built into the website. If you know the Konami code, you can do that on the homepage and it enters Samzy mode. He called it entering the matrix. But they're just a bunch of really cool guys doing some really awesome work. I'm a huge fan of theirs. So,
and I think that's what
related to Zaptio, the OG.
The shoes are just for them. I mean, they just have this like cool. I mean, like transforming shoes that were just like pretty sweet and just.
Oh, the AR filters. Oh, they're gonna pop off with the AR filters.
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to dig for mine. So what I'm going to do on Sunday night is we're actually going to have someone mint one of their shoes live action on Sunday night. So, Gus, if you want to come back on Sunday and, in whatever capacity,
I'll do my best.
Hang out and chill or just whatever, or, do whatever. Or if you can't
but if I'm not, then yeah.
If you can't make it on, then we could follow from home. But I mean, this is just such a cool story. It's really neat to hear what happened. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions about how to go through it. I believe there's no time limit on it, is there? I mean, I haven't seen a reading where there's a time limit. Is there?
I was going to say, I believe there is a time frame for claiming the actual physical shoes. So you might be able to still make the NFT purchase for the, the Vox files and stuff like that. I'm not really sure how that's working, but I know there is a time limit and a time frame on the redemption of the physical sneaker. So if you want that, I believe that you better to act sooner rather than later.
So yeah, I 2 weeks as a deadline to get them printed or minted.
That's good to know. There's so much information that I can't absorb it all. I can't remember where it all comes in and out, and I don't want to give out the wrong information. But I mean, I've gotten a couple for sure's from the person saying that he wants to mint his on Sunday night. So, I mean, we can watch how it's done so we can feel more comfortable with the situation, look how it's done, see how much it costs. I mean, that's an important variable too. I mean, if you're going to sell this, is it going to come with the shoes? I mean, that's the whole thing with it. I mean, that's the value to it. It's why,
that's why I made the joke about the size 10, 10.5. That's the most common worn male sneaker size in the United States. So if you do plan on ever reselling, size 10, 10.5 is a solid bet.
All right, boys. Well, we're gonna stop recording now. Thank you very much for reaching out and going live. Video Game Freak, hey, that was just live action. I saw you down there in the response, so I pulled you on. Thanks a lot again. Look, he's got a hoodie. Hey, man.
That's so cool, man. That's such a great story.
Well, Argentina, if you want that hoodie, you know how to reach out to. All right, we got Gus Adams in the house. Hey, congratulations on the big win. Big golf fan, and
thank you. I appreciate you guys' times very much.
I appreciate your story. Pretty cool stuff.
Thank you.
All right, boys.
Guys. Take care. Maybe I'll see you Sunday. I'll do my best.
Beautiful. Stay positive and love life.
Cheers. Thanks, everybody.